For more on this, I'm joined from Haifa by Dr. Colonel Moshe Elad, Middle East specialist and lecturer. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, Doctor. First of all, world leaders have been reacting to footage released by Hamas of emaciated Israeli hostages, calling them unbearable. Hamas has set conditions for getting aid to the hostages if Israel opens up humanitarian corridors. Will this work?
Good evening from Israel. Thank you for having me on your program. I guess that everything can work. It depends on the well-being and it depends on the willingness of both sides to accept a compromise. At this moment, I guess that we are far away, unfortunately, from each other because there are two different willing to end this process or to end this problem. First of all, Hamas is still waiting to be able to control the Gaza Strip, while Israel is saying, no, you're not going to stay there, and you're going to be replaced by another regime. So here we have the main problem. Now, everything that goes from behind this scene, like all this hostages problem and their problem of being telling the people over the world that we are starving them, this is something that should end on both sides from our point of view as Israelis.
So you say to me there, a compromise is difficult to achieve, but the video of the starving hostages comes as aid workers and international bodies warn of famine in Gaza. You are in Haifa. How are people in Israel reacting to the humanitarian situation in Gaza and Israel's actions in both Gaza and also in the West Bank?
I guess that every human being in the world, not only in Israel, has seen these videos, must be horrified and demand immediate rescue of these hostages who are about to die. If they're not going to be saved from the clutches of this terrorist organization. Everybody was shocked by the horror videos of our people there in Gaza. You see them withering away in tunnels while Hamas stops them like the Nazi starving the Jews. And I don't have to tell you what does it mean for many, many people in Israel, majorly people who are at the age of 80 and 90, that are going back now to the Holocaust scene while watching those pictures from Gaza. I don't really understand what is the relationship to what's the connection to the West Bank. Well, you put them together, but all I can tell you that in the West Bank we have also problems with Jewish settlers who are sometimes violating the law, definitely, and I guess that the majority in Israel is definitely opposing this type of behavior and asking the police and the military forces to accept everything that is to control those issues and to bring them to justice.
Doctor, images today coming out of Gaza show children trying to get foods inside of Gaza. They are malnourished. They are starving to death. This is what we're hearing from the aid organizations and the NGOs. We also heard that hospitals in Gaza said today at least 33 more Palestinians died trying to seek aid. What is the situation on the ground here? How are people in Israel feeling? I know there's been reaction to the hostage video, but there also is starving everyday Palestinians in Gaza.
Believe it or not, many in Israel oppose the famine in Gaza and everywhere in the world. Yes, many Israelis were shocked by the videos coming out from Gaza as well. And those who remain indifferent, like, let's say, relatives of the slaughter 1,200 people of October 7. We can understand them, but does this make the images of the kidnapped, tortured, and dying in the tunnels any less shocking? I don't think so. So there's no way to compare. We as human beings everywhere, we are very sensitive to any type of starving of people in a problem, or like those who are in the tunnels, and especially children. So I don't see why, why you are asking us, like we are definitely we are opposing this type of behavior. And don't think that if this comes up from any picture in Gaza, that most Israelis agree to that. No, we oppose it, definitely. And what we have to say, we're saying in the streets, while going to tell the government, and they see the huge crowd in the streets that is gathering and saying, no, we'd like to see our people back. I would like to stop this war and see if we can have a compromise and go and see if we can move forward.
And House Democrats are urging President Donald Trump to recognize a Palestinian state. We have seen other Western nations like the UK, France and Canada say they are willing to do this along with conditions. What will it mean for Israel if the US considers this option?
First of all, I don't think that America or the US will consider this option, because it's about many years that we are fighting with this type of pressure coming from mainly from Europe. European countries would like to pressure Israel and say, well, you have to accept a Palestinian state. And I'm saying, like somebody who worked in the field, and I was for many years cooperating with the Palestinian in my capacity, guys, you're going to have a state only through Israel. No pressure will help you there. You'll have to negotiate with Israel and have common borders with Israel and have the security shared with Israel and everything, because we're neighbors. No pressure coming from outside, neither from any country, nor from courts, from Hague and others. We are trying to have a so-called two-state solution just after negotiating with the Palestinian Authority on a common table, as we did in Oslo in 1993 and 1995. No pressure will help you.
Dr. Colonel Moshe Elad, thank you for joining me on the show. A pleasure to have you on.